Hello everybody, happy Monday. It is an art stream. I am Nova Minokawa, your fallen star rising to the top of your hearts, back with this drawing that I did 2 weeks ago, worked on just a smidgen and then stopped. I am going back to this drawing because I would like for it to be a print for this con that I'm going to. I didn't think I was going to it. I thought I was, and then I didn't think I was again, but now I am. So we're going to continue it because I still think this is a good idea. I think this has a lot of potential, and yeah, merchandising. We're gonna do that. Bonk, diddle bonk. Hello, Hambone, how are ya? So yeah, we're gonna be doing this. I have so much to prep for this thing. I only have a month to do it, a little less than a month. I have some old stuff that I used for the very few cons that I did back like last year and 2 years ago. So I have that, but I don't have all the fancy stuff that you see at artist alleys usually. My setup is very plain and not very vertical. I'm trying not to, I'm really trying not to buy too much stuff for it because I want to make money, not lose money, and I also want to get rid of stuff. So that's the point of me going. I'm trying to get rid of stuff, but I do want to include a couple of modern animes in there as well. Yo quiero Taco Bell, you're liking it? I'm not sure where this is coming from, but unless you're... I don't know. But hello Keys. Congratulations on first. God, selling at cons is expensive. Like if you want to make a nice impression, there's so much stuff you have to buy. I was looking at tablecloths, and it's like, even that is so much. Like putting your logo on a table thing, table runner is expensive. Like I'm looking at just like FedEx, I guess. And maybe there's cheaper options, surely there is, but it's like to get a table runner, it's like $80. That's almost as much as tabling there, you know? So I don't want to do that. Doddles was Bada Baba buying, but Taco Bell was Yo quiero Taco Bell. Okay, got it. Oh, because I understand, I think. I'm smart. Rob, hello. Hello, Mr. I was gonna say birthday boy, but you're a birthday man. And sorry, that sounds lame. So anyway, happy belated birthday. I heard you had a good one, so I'm happy to hear that. Just talking about tabling at cons. Ugh, the worst. Yes, I'm gonna do a DIY table runner. So my plan is to buy a cheap table color or a table cover, table runner, just like a solid color. And then I have machines. I have a Cricut, like I'm able to put my logo on it if I just like iron on. I have some leftover iron-ons I did. So that is my plan, to DIY it. It's also complicated because I am someone who does not buy from Amazon. I try very hard not to buy from Amazon if I can help it, and I've been succeeding for like 2 or 3 years now, I want to say. But it does mean I'm a little more inconvenienced. I have to go to multiple places. I have to order from different places, which means I'm also getting shipping from those places, which is, you know, most of the pricing comes from shipping, you know what I mean? Yeah, clothes iron on, that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. So it's going to be pretty simple, and I'm hoping I can, like, I don't know, thrift thing. Well, no, that's wrong. Thrifting is, like, its own thing, but, you know, I guess I'm also looking at stores that are kind of going, big box stores that have discounts all the time. So, like, for example, Michael's Art Center is like a big company, but I don't think they're doing well. They always have sales, so like I'm thinking maybe I do something like that, buy some supplies there. use my ingenuity. I have a nice printer. I might print stuff and then like sort of assemble it on cardboard. I don't know. I don't know how crafty I'm gonna be able to be, so. Michael's a big company? Yeah, I would say so. They bought Joann's, tragic of Joann's Fabrics leaving. And Michael's has been around for a while. They got plenty of stores around. Okay. So I really should just start drawing here, I suppose. Where's my pen? And I'll get my music on. Maybe when I finally learn Blender, I will... oh, jeez, everything went down. If I somehow learn Blender after all these years, maybe I would think about a 3D printer or try it out. I know I have a friend that is very into 3D printing. You know, you ever have that guy? You ever have that guy that's just like really into 3D printing? Everybody knows that guy, right? Everybody has one? Yeah. Hello, Booze Merry-Go-Round. How are you? Sorry for the sighing. I have a lot on my mind and a lot to do. For example, I don't know how I want this staff to go. Like, I'm doing a very, like, straight-on view for Himmel here, and then, but I think hers is gonna be, I think hers is just gonna have to be tilted like this. Hey, stranger. Oh, thank you for roses, by the way. I didn't hear it go off, though. I don't know if that went off, so I'll throw one just in case. 45,000 employees in the US and Canada. Wow. You missed this background music because you were busy. Aw, thanks, Rob. That's so sweet. You had a good day today, so I will have a good day tomorrow. You're materializing it. Oh, thank you. I could really use it. So I have I did a big thing on last Monday, and now I get to hear back. And honestly, I'm kind of just nervous about if I get what I want, you know what I mean? Does this make any sense? Because I'm fully prepared to have, like, emotionally to know I didn't get what I wanted. But what if I do? That's the scary part. I don't know. It's been a thing with me where it's harder for me to sort of stand up for myself or do stuff for myself than just doing things. It's always been easier to sort of like figure out how to do stuff on my own and accept whatever comes my way, but I'm trying not to do that this time, and it's very difficult. Yes, I have been very busy with stuff. I wish there was a way for me to see the chat closer onto my screen. I wonder, let me see if I can put it here, because I don't like looking so far away for you guys. Let's see. On top, there's this power tools. Oh, that's what I want. Microsoft has power tools which allow you to like sort of pin everything so it stays on top. Let's see, Windows Control T. Okay, I think it worked. It's just annoying because you guys are so GD big. want to make you smaller. So you're just in the corner there. At least we're arting together, probably. Well, I'm definitely gonna art, but if you guys are taking a little... If you are arting, that's great. If you're not, that's fine as well. I like when we draw together. Yeah, so I'm been pretty nervous about this. I knew that I was here something, but I also kind of expected just an email saying yes or no. It's kind of crazy how easier it is to just get an email saying something. I guess in this context. Well, you know, now that I think about it, on the other hand, do you have those experiences where you are anticipating something and you're like afraid to check your email? So you just don't? I guess that happens to me too. You can't win is what I'm saying. It's too difficult. Life's too difficult. How do I move this as well? You're only slightly above average, but most of your friends have been over 6'1", so you've always been called small. Am I missing something? I am lost. It's okay. Just win the lotto and make art for funsies the rest of your life. Easy. Oh, God, I wish. I called you big? Oh, yes. Okay, understood. I understand. It's... Oh, God. Sorry. Streaming's hard, guys. You have to figure out what people are saying. Within context, you've let go a few minutes already. I swear this has to be an artist thing where you get a sudden burst of energy. Could be, yeah. I mean, like, any kind of creative, you just, like, starting to feel it. I feel like I made her staff too close. I think I need to raise it. I also made her pigtails a lot smaller. I had this very, like, beautiful Sailor Moon-esque, butterfly looking thing. Like, you could see how much bigger it's right here. But then I thought maybe it's intruding on the other items too much, so I made it smaller. Plus, that's more of a real hair length. I know I could exaggerate it, but I don't know. Oh shoot, my camera's dying. Hopefully I don't phase out of existence. I might have to switch to PNG mode. We'll see. Okay, so this is bigger. Sometimes when I have these art streams, I start to think, can I even do this? Can I even draw? Am I capable of doing the thing that I've spent hours of my life doing? The answer is yes, but it doesn't make me stop thinking that I suddenly can't do anything. And I guess not just with streaming, it's like, I have those days where it's like, oh God, who the hell even am I? Existential crisis, I suppose, but often. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna sketch here, because I don't think I have it in me to do the finer details. It's very hard for me to do fan art. I try to be very on model. Like, for example, Freeren's eyes, I had to shrink her eyes multiple times because they're relatively, like, when it comes, compared to a lot of anime, it's a lot more realistic proportions, so, something I'm not used to. Look at my big old bug eyes, but trying to do that. I'm very nitpicky with it. I think I'll just move on to do, I think I should do Himmel now. Oh! Hello, Amasha. Oh wait, not Amasha, that was Keys. What the hell? I just realized Keys didn't fart yet. Fan art fart? I just instinctually said Amasha, but no, that was Keys. That one didn't blow my ears out, so I guess I should have known. I should have known that wasn't Amasha. Alright, I gotta bring up the Himmel reference now. You just redeemed it because I asked you to, of course. Right, that was me. That was me, of course. I just heard Morty do a big cough. Everybody say bless you. You know, it's a weird thing. Why do we only have, you know, bless you for sneezes? Why don't we have anything for, like, coughs? Do you still say bless you? I feel like it doesn't sound as right. Excuse me. Okay, I wanted to get the proportions here, so I am turning on this layer, excuse me. And then I want the sword around here. Oh my god, did I even hick? I hope Amasha appreciates that whenever you hear fart or your bits are associated with her. I wonder how she feels about that. Robotrotson tried to make it part of their marketing campaign. Is that real? That's crazy. Oop. I don't think I got that commercial. Okay, here's a question for y'all. How many of you have ad blockers? I really hope it's a good amount of you. Who has ad blockers? Who blocking their ads? So if you're not, you should go do that. Yeah, 36 times I've hiccuped. I don't know why. I just do. When I was when I took French, we had these end of semesters. They're not really semesters, but end of course parties where he would bring like wine and cheeses and whatever, and I don't really imbibe, but I did do a little bit just to, like, you know, participate, and I would hiccup, but I would hiccup regardless, and he'd be like, oh, you had too much, and we're like, no, it's literally I can't help it. You don't remember sneeze, bless you, cough, Robitussin? No. I don't. I've never heard of that. You do, but it doesn't always work. Okay, well, at least you have it. And nope, you wished you did, but nope. Just do it. Just do it. It's so easy. It's so easy. And then you don't have to be bombarded with ads. Like, I'm not kidding. It makes life better. But it's, I don't know. Maybe it's just a certain age group that does it, and then anyone above or below doesn't do it. Because I swear to God, I have some younger folks that I am friends with who don't put ad blocker, and it's like they just don't bother. They don't know how. Just do it. You're way less likely to be influenced by nonsense. And then, like, don't you just hate it when you're watching YouTube and then you're watching a 6-second clip and then you get ads? Like, it's insane. It's maddening. Do something about it. Gen X and Gen Y are the only people who know how tech works. What do you... No, that's not true. I don't think that's true. Like, a lot of basics are sort of left by the wayside. Like, these are people who don't... I've heard arguments to say, like, we don't need text files anymore. Like, what do you mean? Older people weren't exposed, so they don't get it, and young people, it's too far extrapolated. Yes, agree. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have any opinions, but how do you feel about closed eyes on all of them? Because I was sort of putting them... Spoilers, only 2 of them are dead so far. But I think it would make sense for it to be like, this is the past, so they're kind of like framed, haha, get it? Framed as heroes and stuff. So maybe like the closed eyes works a little better. I feel like, I don't know, I guess I'm thinking that's the way to go. Broad sweeping strokes kind of statement. Yes, yeah, there's gonna be exceptions for sure. Like, I have a younger cousin and he's very tech savvy, and he always has been. I think there's like less of a casual interest in understanding how tech works because one, it's not really interesting anymore, and this is very just highly opinionated. But, you know, internet used to be sort of Wild West sort of vibe. Like, there was a bunch of different unique sites and everything. And, you know, a lot of more customization where you could go in and do it yourself. But we don't really have that anymore. We got a lot of templates. We got things like Canva that makes things a lot easier. So, I get it. And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault. But, like, I don't know. If I was a much younger person and I heard about ad blockers, like, hey, you don't have to listen to that ad anymore that you hate, I'd be like, hell yeah, how do I do it? And then I'd Google it and then I'd install it, you know? I just think ad blocker's the one thing everybody should do. And hi, Lena, how are you? We're being old over here and complaining, I suppose. Yeah, because there's a lot less need because a lot of the time it just works. And it works, ends up meaning you're locked in a single way of doing things. Yes, you're right, for sure. More ads than you can shake a stick at, for sure. I will say, though, we do have ad-free, we have YouTube Premium, which we did, I mean, we were very big on ad blocking, but, we heard that, you know, we wanted to support the creators that we really liked, and there's a lot of YouTubers that I do like. So, for them, we got premium. And it's so damn expensive. Yes, Rob, what is the funny something? Tell us, please. Okay, he has more on one side, but it's going to do it on both because I have my symmetry tool on. Ugh. Okay, I think his eyes are still too big. I need to shrink them. Something about his hair also kind of feels off. Maybe it needs to be longer. I feel like maybe his ears are too big. I don't know. You connect artists to Golden Age animators for no apparent reason other than you can see their animation trains in other people's work. Oh, interesting. I'm not very versed in those kind of things, but that's a fun thing. Like, art can be very connected. Animation traits. Sorry, that makes sense. That makes more sense. I was thinking of train of thought, so it still kind of worked. Okay, let me see. His shoulders here. He has a very large cape. Choo-choo trains. It feels like he's wearing a hoodie the way I'm doing it right now. You do like animated trains. Man, there's just something for everybody out there. It's so specific to me. Okay, give him his collar because otherwise it just looks like he's wearing a big old hoodie. Hey! Excuse me. Everybody's getting sick around me. Too many sick people around. Did everybody... Who's avoided a cold recently? I'm very lucky that I seem to avoid a lot of it. Hashtag bless. Oh, not hashtag, oh my god. Exclamation point bless. Oh, I guess Keys is creating his own counter for this one. We don't have a sneeze counter. No. Keys is just being silly. You never caught a cold for a good while? Yes, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that there's someone out there that's not getting sick. I feel like I'm talking to all my friends and they're all just sick. Of course, surely not their fault, but I just, at least some people are avoiding it. Okay, let's see. You're a goober. You've been healthy so far? Good. Good! The only thing that's going on with me is, like, I'm not getting sick, but I am just, I'm full of anxiety. And I haven't been eating well lately. Excuse me. Yeah, I haven't been eating well lately, and I'm trying to force myself to eat a little bit, which is difficult because Sometimes I get the food ick. Have y'all ever had the food ick? I'll just be eating something normally and be like, oh man, this tastes so freaking good. And then I can't stand it. And then it's very hard. And usually it's around the last few bites. And then I have to like, spit it out. Cause I just think about like, oh no, I'm gonna throw up if I continue eating this. Yeah. So I'm trying to eat a little better. Or go through it, because otherwise I'm just not gonna eat. Fried Nova. You're gonna sleep like a baby tonight. At least you hope so. Oh yeah, and you're done with your thing. I'm so happy that it seems like the worst of it has passed. So is it wrong that your weakness is showing? Because all you're thinking about is how your art reminds me of animator Ken Moose, one of the Tom and Jerry animators, and you have no idea why? I wouldn't know either. I'd be very interested to see, like, if you can pinpoint that down and figure out, like, why you think that. I'd be very interested in hearing that. Just because my style is so anime. But yeah. You absolutely get that sometimes, right? It's so, you get the food ick. It's so hard when you get the food ick. The worst part is that happened with your bananas for you, and you can't really eat bananas anymore. Damn. That sucks, because, you know, a lot of smoothies and stuff, they put bananas in. I had that a while for salmon. So I was eating a lot of baked salmon, and then I got the food ick, and I couldn't stomach it anymore. I largely got over that. Like, I could still eat raw salmon, but anything else just was a no-go for me. But I've been able to eat it again. You succeeded on the thing you've been fighting for 2 weeks on, so you're happy. Now you're happy until you find the next thing to have problems with. Ugh, God, yeah. Never ends. Oh, banana in things is fine, but banana, interesting. Every time you get a banana in your mouth, you gag. Oh no, who's putting bananas in your face? Surely it just must be you, right? Are people shoving bananas in your face? Smoothie is fine. Okay, that's good. That makes it a little easier. If it's just like eating a banana itself, then I think you got lucky. Oh, you are doing it because, so you're eating it despite you not liking it? Oh man. Okay, so this needs to be smaller because this whole head needs to be smaller. Or, get this, body bigger. But have you considered body bigger, me? No. But still head smaller. Still a little bit smaller. Something about the face or the hands. Say sometimes I do 3 of something. Interesting. That's interesting. You like them just fine, except the making you gag part. I'm just imagining you powering through a banana now. That's like, well, I have no idea what you look like. So I'm imagining you in a helmet, gagging through the helmet, trying to eat this banana. Your stuff is Irv Spence, but 15% wackier. Which one is Irv Spence? Yeah, something about the ears is like throwing me here. I don't know. But I think that's good. I'm gonna keep placeholder hands. I can't figure out how to do hands on stream because I literally need to take a picture of my own hand to figure out hand. And you guys don't get to see that. You guys aren't allowed to see that. I want to move his whole face just a little more down. Oops. And then maybe the mouth a little up. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm gonna leave it at that. And I'll do any more cleanup later. The helmet stays on. Alright, where's my references here? Young Eisen. Sorry, not Eisen, Heiter. Heiter. Sketch. Search. The Tom and Jerry animator that goes ham with dry brush. Oh, impact effects and look like sparks. Oh, nice, nice, nice. That's cool. Oh, so I got the next book of Witch Hat Atelier. God, it's like this particular book, for me, it wasn't as exciting as the previous book, but a lot of stuff is like in motion, and so I'm very excited for stuff that's happening. But there was this one page, guys, that like took my breath away. It was, I don't know, it's kind of a rare thing for me to experience this particular kind of emotion. It was like, cause you can look at an art piece and go like, whoa, that's amazing, that's good. Or like, even if I get gift art or something like that, and I go, that's insane, that's amazing, I love it, I'm giddy for it. But there was some, like, this is a different feeling. It was a different feeling where it was just kind of like, oh, this is, I don't know, I'm like on this adventure right now. Like it was like a weird, I don't even know how to describe the feeling. It was like, damn, art when it hits you, art when it hits, dude, it's the craziest thing. It's like seeing, it's like being, your breath being taken away by like a beautiful sunset or something, except this feeling's more filled with like a sense of wonder and amazement, and I literally haven't felt this way since middle school. And it was this particular part of Cardcaptor Sakura that sort of just like took my breath away, like the wonder. I think that's a good way to describe it. It was just like the wonder of it all really struck me. So I had that today, and it was amazing. It was crazy. No spoilers. I wouldn't spoiler you guys. I'm just saying it's amazing. It's so good. Like, Witch Hat Atelier is like one of the best magical girl series you can ever, like, that's ever existed. It needs to have the same recognition as all the other ones, cause like it's difficult. I don't know. It's mature in a different way than Madoka was. You know, Madoka was sort of a deconstruction, and had some serious themes, but this one also does, but it's got like, it still has like the hope and the wonder that you get from a regular or like a typical magical girl series, but in a way that you feel is tangible and just, oh God, it's so good. I don't know what to say other than it's so good. And everybody should watch it when it comes out on April. I still want to do a watch party. I don't think anybody's going to be interested other than me. But I cannot wait. Sorry, when I say anybody else, I am not including Mordio, because Mordio will 100% watch it. Mordio's really into it too. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that because it doesn't seem like too many people are up to date with it. But I just gotta say, like, it's so good. It's so good. If you like magical girl stuff, if you like an engaging story, yeah, it's just good. All right. End of that. I'll be done. You enjoy it, you just don't make time for reading manga like you used to. No, and I get it. I just needed to buy these books. And I don't do that for a lot of series because it's hard to keep up with, I suppose, especially like money-wise. You know, we're at 14 books. I'm not even up to date. I'm sure people are getting like the most recent updates from online, but I've been trying to just read it in book form because it's such a different experience, for me at least, and the art's so good. Like I just feel like I need to have it physically in my hands. I blow through those books so fast. And I really don't mean to. I try to go back and I read it again and then like go through the art because like each page is just a masterpiece. And I'm like so about mangas, comics that know how to work their medium. Like, framing is so important in comics, and not everybody can do it well. And I suppose maybe it's a little different for different genres, right? But there's something very attractive to me about simplicity versus detail, right? Because Witch Hat has such a complex and detailed illustration style. Like it's so good, but you never feel overwhelmed by the amount of imagery because everything is purposeful. And maybe that's something I really like that's something I like theoretically about graphic design. I don't think I particularly do it amazingly, but I am decent at it. And the framing and like readability is so important to me. I like organizing information into things that could be organized, basically, but organizing information but art, you know what I mean? Kerning, I mean, that's part of it. Kerning is something that you shouldn't even really have to think about. Hopefully, the fonts that you are using are already optimized to give you the best kerning, but you'll find a lot of stuff out there that doesn't do that. Sorry, let me go. Parents make more in retirement than you do while you're still working. That's sad. I'm sorry. My parents do not, so I've just kind of been poor my whole life. I basically explained why you love storyboarding. Yeah, storyboarding is so similar too. I made this way too far. But there's something really like, I don't know, satisfying about getting information to read across the way you want it to. Excuse me. Speaking of like really good storyboarding, I watched the recent free run episode that came out this past weekend. One second. I had popcorn earlier before stream instead of during stream, so I have a little bit of kernels in my teeth. Sorry about that. But at least you don't have to hear me crunching. sure everybody loves that part of stream where I start crunching on popcorn. Okay, I'm gonna have to make this smaller. I made it too big. Sorry. Okay, free run. There was like this recent battle scenes that went really hard. Like, battle, I don't have too much to say about battle scenery, battle storyboarding / animation. Like, when it's cool, it's cool. But what I really liked were the parts where they were doing subtle motions and stuff, and then certain angles on characters where I was like, wow, they made it. That's a more complicated way to sort of draw someone, but they did it, and it, like, they went the extra mile, and it was like this subtlety that I was really impressed by. I was like, wow, they went hard on the storyboards on this one, for real. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Your mother makes 70% of her best 5 years, and then it's inflation index, so she gets a 1.2 increase on her pension every year. Ooh. Wait, I hiccuped? Did I actually? Did I just not think about it at all? No. Okay, this is something's off here. We got it. He has a more flat head here, and then a little bit of an upturned nose, and then okay. Hyder kind of reminds me of Full Alchemist character, the way he is, like, just this part of his body. Also really good anime. Maybe it's just like short hair. If he didn't have this little stylish curl, he has a very like military-esque haircut. I did? Oh my god. Well, that's why you guys are here to hold me accountable for the hiccups. Mix of different angles with some shots and some character acting. Story was animation, man. Awesome stuff's coming from it. Yeah, for sure. I love it. Okay, he's too big. We need to make some more. Okay, I'm curious if anybody has actually an answer for this, and if you don't, that's fine, but is there fan art you guys think I should make of something current? I emphasize current because I'm trying to get stuff for convention. I'm curious if there's anybody who thinks I should do something from a specific anime. Okay, it's got a flat top. I had a couple ideas for Witch Hat, but I just haven't. I don't think I have time for it. I'm a very slow artist, as I've said multiple times. My own take on the Mamao dance scene. Oh. I mean, I don't know about the dance scene specifically, but just like Apothecary Diaries, that's a good shout. Mental gymnastics of you not wanting to yell at the Frank Tashlin Scott art technique in 2026. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's so much you're so knowledgeable on that I have no idea about. Mau Mau. That's a good one. I should do something for that. Maybe I would do a sticker, because I have plenty of time to do stickers. Stickers are short and sweet. I should think about doing that, honestly. That's a good idea. Okay. For reference, Scott art is basically art made from squares, circles, ovals, and triangles. Oh, so is it kind of like, I don't know if you saw, Rob, but I did post something recently in the art channel where it wasn't shapes. Well, it was shapes, but it was like more line drawings, and simple stuff like that. I don't know if that's similar, excuse me, to what you were saying. Jesus, my hiccup count is crazy right now. I'm gonna get a new high score. It's not quite current, but it's recently relatively recent. Yeah, it for sure is recent. So I think that counts for sure. Oh my god, I bet if I did like a Mau Mau frog sticker, it would go crazy. People would snatch that up, I would think. I think it would be very popular. I bet there's a bunch of other people doing that, but like, I could also do it, you know what I mean? Yes, people like Mau Mau, because she's amazing. It's just great. A bit more detail, but basically, yeah. Oh, okay, nice, nice. I really did like doing those kind of things. I just have to think about doing them. People like frogs. People like what frogs mean. You're so right. Okay, let me get this going. I only have one more headshot, and then I'll move on to doing these filigree things or bullshit. Sorry, I'm just thinking about doing this filigree again. What a pain. What am I doing? I'm losing my train of thought. Sketch. Where's Eisen? Okay. I'm gonna get general shape here. Alright. This one's gonna be tough because this is barely a face. This is gonna be all shapes here. Totally different note. Easter chocolate favorites. Ooh. What else is there besides like Peeps? Like what is it? What is Easter chocolate? I mean, are you just talking about like milk chocolate bunny? Because then it's just like milk chocolate, and then it's usually never good milk chocolate. And I don't like Peeps. I don't really like marshmallow in that kind of context. I don't... Like maybe a few hot chocolate marshmallows, but I never really liked Lucky Charm marshmallow, like marshmallow cereals. And I don't like the soft Peeps. It's like, bleh. Oh, Kinder eggs, Cadbury cream eggs, mini eggs. Ooh, out of those, Cadbury cream. I mean, that sounds delicious. That sounds pretty good. Basically using those shapes to make a figure. Take that guy in the left circle, for example. He would have square head because... Oh, yeah. I think that'd be really fun to do, actually. I think like an abstract sort of rendition of this would be very, very cool. When I'm not prepping for con stuff, I want to... Remind me to do something like that on stream. I think that would be very fun. Okay, where the heck is this layer? It's not... Where did I put this layer? Oh no, where did this layer go? Oh, I put in the wrong layer. All right, cue the music. Cue the thing. Wait, no, cancel that, cancel that. I put on the right layer. I just don't know what folder I'm in. Cancel it, don't do it. No! I was too late.
Why do we even have that lever?
Yeah, wrong folder. Yeah, I guess that's true. I did have the wrong folder. Cadbury cream. I can't say I've really had like too many of them. I have a vague memory of what that tastes like, but I couldn't say with confidence that I know exactly what that tastes like. I don't really get chocolates for Easter, unfortunately. Oh, but you know what? I do like those little chocolates that have... They're the egg chocolates, but then they have like a little bit of a shell on them, like a chocolate crunchy shell. Those are pretty good. Are those one of the things you just said? The mini eggs? Oh, yeah. Those are pretty good. I don't like get them, but if they're kind of around for an event, I'll have some and I'll crack those open. Those are pretty good. Cream eggs are your favorite, but they're so sweet. Yeah, I think I'm getting to that stage in life where it's like, oh, that's too sweet. That's a little too sweet. I don't know if I want that. Mordio is not at that stage. Mordio can eat super sweet things, no problem. You know me, I just kind of like the subtler qualities of food like that. Halfway through to the second one, you get the food ache. Oh, God. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I'm like, you ever like eat something sweet and you kind of like feel it in your jaws? You know? Doing that noise. That I feel it kind of like in my gums. You'll never reach that stage in your life, you know? I'm pretty sure you're right. Just at least you're not picky with a lot of foods. I know there's like a lot of foods you can't handle, but generally not picky for the most part. We all have our preferences. So you only stick to one per 4-hour period. Easter's gonna be at my place, at the library this year. My family, or at least my mother, still likes to celebrate. It's sort of been like only my immediate family these past few years for most holidays, to be honest. We don't really see extended family anymore, which is kind of sad, but they also kind of suck. So, you know, it happens. But yeah, I'm gonna be celebrating Easter around here. Who's cooking? Well, we'll definitely cook some things. My mom likes to cook, but I think she's getting a little more tired nowadays. So sometimes she'll just like order the main meat, the main event from somewhere, which is totally fine. That's usually good. But the problem is that very often she's not reheating it in the oven, so it's kind of like lukewarm. I'm trying to avoid that. I want to have it relatively hot, because nothing's sadder than like a well-made pork chop or whatever, you know, and then it's just like kind of lukewarm. It's pretty sad. You'll make 1 to 3 different things. What will you make, Mordio? I'm not a cook at all. Mordio is more of a cook than I am, but I do like making dessert or like just special things that I like. I really like deviled eggs. I feel like people either love them or they hate them, but my family loves deviled eggs, and I just recently finally learned how to cook a proper hard-boiled egg that doesn't have the shell ripped to pieces. Because I can make a nice soft-boiled egg very easily, like I've gotten that down, but getting, I don't know, peeling eggs so they look presentable and nice is a different skill, and I'm just learning how to do that. So I'll make like deviled eggs. My sister made some really cute ones where it was like the shell, the egg white, and then she cut out the pattern so it looked like a broken shell, and then the piping was like the yellow for the bird, and then she put, I think it was carrot for like a little beak and 2 little dots. It was so cute. I really liked it. And then I'll make dessert because I like dessert. But then my mom also likes bringing dessert. And so we have too much dessert and no one finishes it. Because we're a pretty small group. Okay, I have too much shit on my screen. I need to see what this looks like. Oh, where'd free run go? There we go. This is good. This is good. And then we're gonna add the flowers to sort of bulk it out. But so I know Freerun was supposed to be a little small, but now I'm wondering if she's too small. But if I make her bigger, then it's sort of like, I don't know, the proportions. Maybe just a little bigger? I don't know. Should I make her hair super big? I guess I can do a copy and then see how that feels. This is the problem when you're obsessed with being on model. Okay, let me see if I can make it bigger. Whoa! I gotta divide this up. So right now I'm using, what is this called again? This is the mesh transformation tool. So it gives you these anchor points. Like you can divide the anchor points to be more specific where you want it to go. So this is helpful in right now because I'm trying to lift everything without raising this middle part. Okay, this is more or less okay. Let's see. So we have this. Or this. Okay, 1 or 2. What do you guys think? Bigger hair, smaller hair. Bigger hair, smaller hair. Big, small. I don't know. I guess small. Change is subtle enough you need to see it big again? Okay. Big. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Big, small. Big, small. Big, small. Kind of thinking maybe small, just so it doesn't touch any of the elements still. It's awkward because this is very straight up and down. Small fits better, but you like big better. Yeah, it's tough. Maybe I'll just make her pigtails a separate layer and then I'll figure out later. Like, it's certainly more dramatic with her hair bigger. But is it what we want to go for? I don't know. I'm already like tired and over it. Yeah, you like the drama. Yeah, I think there's like something preventing me from doing the bigger version though. Maybe it's because of the touching elements, but like, because I really like this shape I made in this sketch, in this like light blue layer. I'm not sure if you guys can see as well, but like that shape looks really nice. But then somehow when I do the hair like that, maybe it's because it looks less like her, is what I'm having an issue with. I don't know. Probably thinking about it too much, and this is why I take too long. Where? Oh, I did not give her a folder. Sorry, Freeren. What's this folder? Oh, I made her a folder, but then I didn't put anything in it. That's silly. Weird. Okay. You were watching a YouTube video on your TV. Did you miss anything? We're just sort of like going back and forth. I'm like tired. Really tired already. What else? So I've been playing Pokopia. Probably a bad time to start because I get very into these kinds of video games. Excuse me. Alright, I gotta do filigree again. But it's... I just like... I'm very not good at interior or exterior design. That's the one thing I'm very bad at. I don't have much skill in that. Wow, we reached 40. Way to go. Way to go, me. Hiccup 40 time on stream. And it's a bad time for me to be into a video game because I have too many obligations. 40 that people remembered to count, I know. And that's like only since I made the counter. I've certainly hiccuped more than that since streaming. I was inspired by Black Sugar Pill's burp counter. He burps on stream a lot. So he has a burp counter, so I was like, well, I hiccup a lot. I should have a hiccup counter. And thus it was born. Ah, cool. It's alright. I'm so unfazed by anything people do. I need a burp counter, but I don't burp on stream. I don't think I've done that. I was gonna say I'm not much of a burper, but I just know that Morty was gonna come in and be like, yeah, you fucking do. I did once? What is this fabricated memory you're talking about? There's no way. Me? Ooh, no way. Mortio, you would never? No, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Should have been storyboarding today, but you had no energy. Plus, you can't really do it because you're tired as heck. Take a break. Take a break. It's hard to do anything when you're not feeling it. Plus, you do a lot of work, so take a little rest. Take a little rest on me. What in the Marvel inking hell that inking is something you never thought I would see me do? It's not something I normally do. No, you're right in that sense. This is a little new for me, but I want a very specific look for this, so I'm giving it a go. A little bit of like dark inking, I think, makes a lot of sense for this, because I mentioned it earlier, like when I first did this drawing, but I do want this drawing to be just 2 colors, maybe 3 if I need it to be, but this is gonna be sort of like I want it to be striking in a certain way. So have you heard about, what's the term? Linoprint posters? I think I'm saying that right. Let's see, linoprint. Yeah, that's more or less what I'm talking about. I think there's a specific one I'm thinking of, but linoprint, there's like block drawings and stuff like that. That's kind of what I'm going for, but like a multi-colored one. Only 2, but like stamp carving and stuff like that. Even though it's way too fine of a detail to sort of be like a true one, it's inspired by, is what I'll say. You think you've heard of linotype? Yeah. Yeah, look it up. It's cool, and you can do it very easily with stamps and stuff. I remember doing that as like art projects when I was younger. But yeah, it's very very fun, and I like the look of it. Making up random bullshit. This is the random bullshit song. Cool. Also about the break, it's gonna end up with you going to sleep. You're not too far off. Take a sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I appreciate you being here. Or leave this on and just go to sleep. I don't know how soothing my voice is, but if it works, it works. I had to do just that a couple of days ago, where I was so in my head about stuff that I couldn't think because my own thoughts were sort of ganging up on me. And I had to put in some earbuds to go to sleep. There's this one particular streamer that I like listening to, who has a very soothing voice, and he was just like doing a just chatting stream or whatever, so I had him on, and it did work. So the only thing I don't like is headphones in my ears, and I've complained about it a couple of times on stream, but I have one side of my ear that is just like not shaped for earbuds. It always hurts after a while, and it doesn't matter what kind of earbud I get. It just always is painful after a bit. It's just like always my right ear. So that's the only downfall to trying to fall asleep to things, but yeah. When you were an unemployed bum, you fell asleep to Katie art every time. Wow. Katie has such a nice voice. I will say she has a very like calming and soothing presence about her, which makes her incredibly likable. I mean, just on that alone, not to mention her personality. Like, Katie is such a nice and wonderful person that she has... There's some people who just have auras about them. I guess I'm sounding kind of like witchy about it, but like I really think there's some people who just kind of exude an aura where they're very likable, and she has that 100%. Surprisingly, your voice is one that can either do voices a la VA narrating a story or script, or literally what you're doing right now. Oh, thank you. I would love to voice act something at some point. I just don't know if I have the time for that kind of thing. I tried to do it really early in my college days, but the person had my friend, and I love him, but and this is actually not a thing on him. This is on my side, but he wanted a British accent, and I just did a dog shit British accent. I think I'd be way better just doing my normal voice. I can't do accents for crap. Katie's personality gives big hug energy. Yes, she really does. She just has it. You know, she just has it. Same time, you wouldn't be surprised if she bounced off the walls in person. Well, maybe she's like this in front of other people and not me, but I haven't really seen not necessarily bounce off the wall energy. I think she has, at least from what I've seen, and she can correct me on this 100%, but like she has this contained excitement about her, but in a way that maybe some other people you would be like, oh, I don't really know if they're into it because they're so quiet about it. But Katie's energy is like, it's palpable in a way that's not overbearing. I don't know if I'm explaining that incredibly well, but that's how I feel about it. Like, I don't think you really have to question if Katie is into something or not, because you feel it. And I like that about her. You are storyboarding this cartoon and it has a narrator at the start. Imagine my voice. Oh my gosh, no, that doesn't sound, that's flattering. It's very nice. I don't know if I necessarily see myself that way, but it's nice to hear that some people do. Katie shakes with being into something and yet somehow isn't aggressive with it. I know. It's like, I don't know. She just has it. She has it. This is now a Katie praise stream, where we just spend the whole stream talking about how amazing Katie is. I'm already lost in this. I don't know what I want to do for this. I know what I want to do for this to be done. A is A. What does that mean? A is to A as A is to A. Huh. You guys are being too smart in my chat. You guys are being too smart for me, who can't understand what you're saying. Three smart, five me. You try to explain it, your brain will explode, so maybe it's best you don't explain it. Alright, keep your secrets then. No, it's totally fine. Well, we have just a few minutes left before I decide to stop. We'll be right at 10. By the way, it's gonna be my birthday in about... Oh my god, exactly a month is my birthday. And I have to think about what I want to do on stream, but I really don't know. I kind of made it a big event last time, and I don't know if I have the ideas to do it this year. My brain kind of empty, but I would like to do something. I just don't know what. April 16th. Yep, that's my birthday. Don't know what to do for it. When is my birthday? Is it on a Friday? Oh no, it's a Thursday. Okay. Thursday. I already took off from work. I put my days in. I like to take off on my birthday because when else am I going to take off? Vacation? Puh. Last time I did a little bit of karaoke, but I don't think I'm going to do that this year. I feel like I've been getting worse and worse at singing. My voice is drying up. If you guys have suggestions for what I should do, feel free to put them in the Discord. Why not just a chatting stream, maybe an art stream where you draw from a prompt, show up on stream? Art could be nice. I just know that not everybody in my community draws. I don't know how comfortable they are with doing that. I guess if it was like a Gardaphone situation, that could be fine. Because I do want to do like more art prompts on stream. I would like to eventually get more people who are artists to collab with me. But I'd have to find them first. It's because like I'm in no shortage of artist friends, but not everybody wants to stream. Not everybody's comfortable being on stream, which is really the issue. The roast of Nova Minokawa. That would be so fun. I would love if people did a roast session for me. I actually suggested it to my friends 2 birthdays ago or something like that. It might have been. But I don't think, not everybody's up for that kind of thing because I think it's hard to roast someone effectively without being like a dick, or like you also have to know me enough to do it. I don't know. I would love it though. Like if there were enough people who felt comfortable doing that and also felt like they could do a good job. I love that stuff. But yeah, I never really do just chatting streams. Like the art stream, this is my just chatting stream. I don't, there's times where I'm here with you guys and I just don't have anything to talk about. Some people can just do that. I'm not very skilled in that kind of thing. Because, like, if I'm not funny on stream, at least you have some art to look at, you know what I mean? Art is sort of like my backup plan to being entertaining. And it works. Do I have an auto mod? Was there something that happened that I missed? Oh. Sorry. Sometimes auto mod's weird. Oh, the YouTube part? Yeah. We got 2 minutes left. We can do a little more. We can do a little more. That terrified you? It's just dumb robot stuff. Don't even worry about it. I think I said Happy Halloween on stream one time and Automod blocked me. I was like, what? See, like right here, it was very silent. I don't want tomorrow. I do, I mean, like, I'm glad that the meeting that I am going to have tomorrow is early because then I won't have intestinal troubles the whole day. Or maybe I will still, who knows, but I don't know. I wish I could just have the confidence to sort of be like, well, whatever happens, happens. And I have that as a mindset, but not as a reality that my body is living. It's like literally fine. Yeah, this is kind of sucking because I don't really know what I want to do for these little filigree stuff. I guess I'll just call it there. Ooh, a tee-hee emote? That would be funny. I still need to... There's a couple of emotes that I have been meaning to put on stream that I haven't done yet. Like Moldio I need to do. I need some kind of good night emote because I say that a lot. Those are the two that I'm thinking of. Oh, by the way, new integration that we just did. If you are subbed to the channel, if you have a sub, you can have the emotes from here. Like if you don't have Nitro or anything, all the emotes that we have that are on our Discord, you can use elsewhere. So that's exciting. We didn't... Oh, my phone is dying. Anyway, I guess I should stop here before we get... I completely fade out of existence. Yeah, I'm gonna leave as well. Let's see. Yeah, it's 10, so perfect timing. Let's go find someone to raid. We're looking for Art Channel. to raid. Let's go take a look. Oops, I put on my own stream. That's not what I want. I kind of wish it was easier to raid. There we go. Okay. Same category, similar or smaller size. And we need someone who's not going too far. For too long. Oh, oops. I was gonna click on someone, but then they literally left. So, not that. Oh no, they look like they're gonna leave. Ah, we gotta find someone. What is happening? I'm trying to click on someone and then it gets updated and I keep moving. How about you? You stay. All right, we're gonna do this. Raid message. All right, I'm gonna see you guys later. Let's see. I'm gonna play my voice zoo, so you get to hear a lot of my voice shenanigans later. And what? E33, and then we've got more TTRPG. Make sure you are tuned in to all of those. I will see you later. Good night. Stay for the raid.